Well, Cajon High School Track and Field has another state champion. First, let's rewind back to, just a couple of years ago, 2022. It was the great Seth Johnson winning the CIF state championship in the high jump. So there was one state champion, and then fast forward a couple of years later, and we had another great track and field star for the Cowboys, Keith Cottledge, at the CIF state meet up in Clovis. And Keith Cottledge, that was his prelim jump in the triple jump, and here is Keith in the finals, cruising to the CIF state championship. So another state champion for Cajon High School. And in the jumps, from the high jump with Seth Johnson to the triple jump, Keith Cottledge, we have another exclusive interview with Keith talking about what it meant to him to win the CIF state championship in the triple jump. Here's Keith. Now join us here on the show. He is a CIF state champion in the triple jump. It is none other than Cajon's Keith Cottledge. And Keith, congratulations, man. We have been following your career for several years now. You brought home the CIF state title. What did that feel like, just being at the top of the podium, knowing that you achieved that goal that you had set out for yourself, and that you're the best triple jumper in the entire state?
It felt great. It was my first time going to state. I PR'd as well. I was trying to get the record, but it didn't end up like that. But it was a great feeling. Wonderful.
You know, when you're on the podium, what's going through your mind? Is it maybe like all the training that it took, maybe some of the adversity, with injuries and whatnot? Like what's going through your mind is that, they're putting the medal around your neck and you're the state champion?
Really, I wasn't thinking of too much. I was just excited because that was my first time being there. So it wasn't a lot going through my head, but there was at the same time.
Have you had a chance to think about it a little bit more and reflect on it? Or is it still so fresh? You're like, man, did that really happen?
I would say now, I understood what I did, but at first, I was like, I don't know what I did, because it was it's big.
So when I saw you at the CBL finals, we've talked about this before. You went over 50 feet. What was your state winning mark?
51.4. Yeah, 51.4, I believe.
And did you have a number in your head that you thought, okay, if I can get to, 51, 52, 51 and a half or whatever, that will be good enough to win the state championship?
Really, my goal was try to beat the record. That was my mark that I had to beat, but I ended up not getting it, but I got pretty close to it.
So Keith, when you get to state, and obviously, this is the culmination of not only the season, but really your high school career, right? Is that, be a CIF state champion. When you're up there in Clovis, how do you just make sure that, obviously you're athletically talented, but how do you just make sure that you've got a good mindset? You got a positive attitude, that you're in the right headspace, that you can go out there and have your best jumps?
Really, I just wasn't thinking about it too much, not letting it get in my head, focusing just on that. I went up there, had fun, had amazing food. I was just don't focus on it too much.
Yeah, at that point, right? I mean, at that point of the season, I know you got some great coaches around you at Cajon High School, but at that point, you just have to, do you just feel like, hey, man, I just got to let, the muscle memory take over. I know what I got to do. I just go out there and execute, right?
Yeah, let the muscle memory take over.
So, in the triple jump too, you got to have a strategy going into it, right? Like how many steps you take and where you want to land, where you want to step from. What was your strategy to have a big jump? Was there anything in particular that you had to do?
Oh, I would say no. Make sure I stretch good. Don't focus on it too much, but just stay controlled.
So Keith, what is your coaches, what do your family and friends, think about the CIF state championship?
My family were excited, very. We had a whole thing about it with my mom and everything. My friends were excited for me too. They congratulated me. Same thing with my coach. They were congratulating me on winning state.
And Keith, going back to last year, you were probably one of the favorites to win state, in the triple jump last year too. But I know, you had some injuries that kind of sidelined you a little bit. So for you personally, what did it mean to you that you were able to battle back from some injuries and actually, be healthy and go out there and perform at your top level?
It meant a lot. It was like I said, it was my first time going without being injured, nothing, my body feeling perfect. So I feel like that's what made me so excited after, because I'm here, I'm not hurt, I still feel good after, and I won. So, yeah.
That's awesome. So Keith, what is next for you, man? I hope you're jumping at the next level, at the college level.
Yes, I will be going to college, jumping and running probably.
So what events do you think you might be doing?
Well, I would have stayed with long and triple. I would do the 400 from time to time, and then to get my speed up, maybe the one.
And do you feel like there's still, for you, especially in the jumping events, the triple jump and the long jump, do you feel like there's still room for you to grow? Like, hey, man, I might be a CIF state champion, but I feel like I can still be better. Like, I can still go further.
Yes, I think I have a lot of growing. I know I did something that was big, but I think I can grow even more than what I am now.
That's awesome, man. Well, Keith, listen, congratulations on the CIF state championship. I know we talked just a couple weeks ago, but I'm like, man, if you win a CIF title, we got to get you back on the show, man. There's not a lot of guys that win CIF state championships, obviously, so we're very proud of you. And congratulations, Keith.
Thank you again.
You got it. That's Keith Cottledge from Cajon High School, your CIF state champion in the triple jump. When we come back here on Sports Weekly on IEMG, we've got some local high school football news, and we're going to take you out to the Jalen Phillips camp at Redlands East Valley. That's next here on Sports Weekly on IEMG.